What's up, guys? Zinigami here, and let's go through the Chaos difficulty Burgess Coliseum on the Japanese version One Piece Treasure Cruise. Round 1 is going to be versus Bartolomeo. Barto is going to have Rebecca on stage 4. We're going to be using a solid int team. Shanks is definitely overkill as our friend captain here, but hey, we'll just use him anyways. So on these shorter Coliseums that only have 3 stages, their stage 4 is going to have a mini boss on them. So we're going to have mini boss Rebecca. Rebecca is blue, and Rebecca is going to have a barrier that is going to limit your damage to only 50,000. So you're basically barely going to be doing any damage to her. But she only has 1.2 million hit points, and for the first 2 turns, she's only going to be hitting for 600 damage or so. Well, since she's only hitting for like 600 damage, you're going to be able to tank those first hits really easily. We're going to be stalling on the turtles. Elder and Little Turtle here is going to make it really easy for you to stall all your specials out. We have Sicilian, who's a type booster. We also have Shanks, who is a type booster. We have Dofi for our orb boost, Akainu for our affinity boost, Rob Lucci for a delay and a conditional attack boost, so we have a lot of stacking boosts here on this team. We eventually want to be at low health thanks to for Sicilian's captain ability, which will boost our attack by 3 times if we're at low health, but just by using Sicilian special, we're going to be cutting our health pretty low anyways. Rebecca on turn 2 is going to boost her attack by 20 times. So instead of hitting for 600, she's going to hit for 12,000, which is quite a bit more, but nothing we have to be too concerned about. And that's all the specials we need. Stage 2, just go right through. Stage 3, just go right through. We don't really need to look for orbs that much right now. Take care of all those guys. Stage 3, we don't really need orbs. I will go ahead and look for some anyways. We don't need orbs going into Barto because Barto is going to be shuffling our orbs basically every single turn, and we're not going to be bursting for a little while. The reason we have Caribou here, this is Fortnite Caribou, the reason we're using him is so that way he can get rid of that damage threshold for us. First turn, I'm just going to hit her a few times while looking for a few more orbs. Wow, that 600 damage hit, or if you have damage reduction, reduces it by a bit. Then we're going to use Caribou, who will boost our driven attack for 1 turn and also get rid of the damage threshold barrier. You're still... Oh, actually, you do more damage than these guys now. So we're going to hit that Rebecca. Rebecca doesn't do anything based off of her health, so even if you get her low, it doesn't matter. Oh, the damage. And now she boosts her attack up. If you want to drop your health low early, you can take a hit here. Otherwise, just finish her off with however much health she has left. You should be able to finish it off even without any orbs, as you can see. And versus Barto. Barto has 3.1 million hit points. He attacks every turn for 5,600 damage. He's going to have 3 turns of damage reduction. So these first 3 turns, we're just going to pass the turn, because he is going to shuffle our orbs every single turn and also give us a bunch of block orbs. Now, our block orbs are going to be removed by Sicilian or Shanks, so it doesn't matter which orbs we get. You also definitely have enough damage to kill him even with this % damage barrier, so if you want to attack him on turn 1, you can go ahead and attack him on turn 1, that's no problem. This way we can drop our health a bit first before we use Sicilian special. I'm going to use Shanks special, so on turn 3 he's going to boost his defense and his attack. He's going to have 100,000 defense, which is going to let us do more damage to him than doing his % damage. So Shanks will give us all matching orbs, and then we'll use Rob Lucci for a delay and conditional attack boost. We'll use Dofi for an orb boost, and we'll use Akainu for a affinity boost, and then he is super dead. Against round 2, Diamante. Diamante is going to have a bunch of fish as his stages 3 and 4 that are going to cut your health by 10% each time. We're going to be using a Lucy team with a bunch of quick characters. The quick subs you use basically don't matter. I do recommend bringing an orb booster to make stage 4 a little bit easier, but anyone will do. I basically just sorted by highest attack value and just put my highest attack value quick characters on this team. Mihawk and Bellamy, we are going to use their specials so that we can burst easier on stage 4. Otherwise, you can just take a turn to weaken up stage 4 and then like burst after that. But yeah, maybe Mihawk, Bellamy. We're going to be using Lucy on stage 4, so that way after hitting our perfects, we're going to have his 2 times attack boost ready on stage 5, because on Diamante is going to limit us to 1 special per turn for like 15 turns. And so we are going to use the 2 times Lucy. We're going to be using our Lucy special, and those are the only 2 specials we need to kill Diamante. If you can't kill Diamante on that first turn, he's going to start paralyzing for 3 turns. So he's going to paralyze your captain in middle row for 3 turns, which is something you definitely want to avoid, or have some kind of paralysis reducer, like the story mode. Senior Pink. Blue Senior Pink is a 3-turn paralysis reducer that's free to play, or Viola, who only reduces by 2 turns. But with like a Sailor ability, you can make that a 3-turn reduction. Remember, you have a blue orb and an L, you get to keep that blue orb, which is nice. Stage 3, we're going to have a preemptive where they cut our health by 10% each. And on stage 4, they're going to cut our health again. Just kill them at your leisure. There we go. Stage 4. We got some pretty good orbs, which is going to make this very, very easy. These guys will attack for about 4,000 damage each. If you kill the guys in the back row, this one up front is going to summon more guys in the back row. We're going to use our Lucy Friend Captain special to boost our attack. We're going to use Mihawk to cut their health. We're going to use Bellamy to give us some more matching orbs. And that's all we need to do. We're going to hit all our perfects. It'll kill everybody here. You can attack in the back row first if you want. I'm going to attack on this guy first. Oops. Because I know this will work out well. Make sure you hit at least 4 perfects. Otherwise, you don't get your boost from Lucy later. You don't hit the 4 perfects, you don't get that boost, which will make this pretty awkward. Use our Lucy, which will give us all matching orbs except for on himself. That'll be our 1 special for that turn. We have a 2 times attack boost, 1.75 times orb boost. And make sure we hit 3 perfects this time around, so that way Lucy's captain ability actually turns on. Easy, easy, easy. And versus Burgess. Burgess is 50 stamina. We're going to be using double stamina versus him. We're going to be using a double Treasure Map Ace team because Treasure Map Ace is pretty okay. It's pretty good. Works out. There's a couple different... There's at least 2 versions of this team you can use really easily. You can either use Neo Kinemon, which I'm using for cooldown reduction, or you can use a Neo Sabo for extra damage. So Sabo or Kinemon, whichever one you like. I like Kinemon because shorter runs are always nice. You look great. Let's use you. And gotta refill my stamina. Yes. And okay. And there we go. So we are using Sanji Zoro, even though when we switch over to Zoro, we're not going to get the... Zoro isn't going to be boosted at all. But Sanji Zoro will give us a chain boost whenever we swap colors, so that's always nice. I'm going to shuffle them around a bit. I'm going to put it on Zoro right now, so that way I can stall a little bit easier in this first turn. I want to take a hit on one of the... I want to take a hit from this red guy right here. I want to look for a few more orbs if I can. Take a hit on red. Oh, look at all those recovery orbs too. Zoro does no damage, which makes this stalling nice and easy. I'll go ahead and use Kinemon for cooldown reduction. And wait out this 2 more turns. You don't want to get them below 50% because you don't want to get blinded, because that just makes things really annoying. And that is plenty of stalling for us. We only need the Ace special early on. Or we're going to be using Ace special on stage 3. But we want the other specials lower so we don't have to worry about them later. So I find that stalling at least 1 hit on the first guys makes this a lot easier. Use that Kinemon special once again. And that'll be the last time we're using Kinemon. Well, we're going to be using Kinemon basically every time he's up. Don't get the giant below 20% unless you want to die to the turtle attack. Because, hey, he boosts everyone. And dying is no fun. Our orbs aren't going to matter because Ace is going to give us fully matching orbs. And we want to be on Sanji whenever we move forward, because we're going to be switching over to Zoro on the next attack. So we want Sanji. You see here my specials are ready, so we can move forward already. Just showing off that you can stall off more on this turtle. At least 2 more hits on a turtle, as long as you have all your Ace specials ready, Kinemon special ready. Stage 3, we have Barto. Barto has 980,000 hit points. He's going to boost his defense for 3 turns. We are going to swap over to the Zoro. And then we're going to use the Ace special. And I'm going to attack, starting with Zoro, ending on Gear 4. And I'm going to hit a Great with my Gear 4. So we're going to hit all my perfects. And then a Great with Gear 4. Now, we're going to use our Kinemon to make sure we have a red orb on Ace. And our red orb will be enough to kill Barto. And now we can hit Barto with our regular attacks. Make sure you save that to make sure you have a red orb on Ace. If you don't have that red orb, then you might not do enough damage to kill him. Against Diamante. Diamante is going to limit us to 2 specials per turn, cut our health every turn. We're going to swap over to our Sanji. We're going to be using the Ace and Gear 4. Make sure you use Gear 4 first. And then you use Ace special. So we can get all those red orbs. And then attack and make sure you end on Gear 4. And now we are over on Burgers. Burgess is 5.5 million hit points. He's going to boost our orbs by 1.1 times as a preemptive attack. He's going to gain resilience. We're still going to have that 2 special per turn limit. And he's going to prevent delay for 10 turns. We are going to pass this first turn. It basically doesn't matter what we do. I am going to swap over to Zoro again. Just so I don't forget later, because we want to make sure we're on Zoro so that we can swap over to Sanji on the turn that we're bursting. You can take some time to do hits if you like. So you can hit Burgess and get his health down a little bit. It doesn't really matter that much because we are going to do plenty of damage to burst him. And we're not going to be accidentally pushing him below 50%, which is when he does bad stuff. Make sure you use Kinemon special. He's going to lower our attack on turn 2. So we still don't want to burst. We're going to use Kinemon just for a special cooldown reduction. And we're going to use Barto here because he is going to hit really, 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 really hard. So Barto will reduce that damage taken. Pass the turn. He's going to bind 2 random non-captain characters. And basically, as soon as those 2 come up, we're going to be bursting again. So here, we're just going to pass. Doesn't matter. Gonna hit us again. And here we're going to use the Coated Sunny on the 3rd turn to take another hit. If you get lucky with recovery orbs, you can take a hit, but it's better just use Coated Sunny so you can guarantee that you can take that hit. Now we are going to swap over to our Sanji, get our orb boost, and use our Ace for our type boost. And there we go. Hit 2 greats, don't forget. And then Burgess goes down. Make sure you're on the Sanji whenever you boost, or make sure you're on the Zoro so that when you swap over to Sanji, you're going to have a side character. You don't want to use that Dex character because he doesn't get any burst. Burgess is a really cool character. So Burgess is our first up to 6 turn attack booster for anything. This is going to be our first 6 turn attack booster, and he has a 6 turn fighter attack booster. Burgess is an int driven fighter character. Captain ability is actually also pretty good. His captain ability is 2.5 times attack for fighter characters, and if you hit 4 perfects, then he goes up to a 3.75 times attack boost for those last 2 perfects, which is like pretty good. And his special ability cuts enemies' health by 7%, and then he boosts the attack of fighter characters by 1.75 times for up to 6 turns. That's 1 turn of boost for each enemy there is. So if you use him with 6 enemies, then he is going to get a 6 turn, 1.75 times fighter attack boost. If there's only 1 enemy, then it's only a 1 turn, 1.75 times attack boost. But that's pretty cool. Up to 6 turns, we could use him on stage 3 of a Coliseum, and then just by using him on stage 3, you'll have his special on stage 4 and on stage 5 without having to increase it at all. So that is really good. Jesus Burgess, great fighter attack booster. Farm him while you can. Don't forget he limit breaks and gets an additional socket, so if you're leveling him up, get him up to level 99, get that last socket before you start feeding copies of himself. I've been Zenigami, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.